So I have somewhat of an addictive personality. What that means is that I know that if I'm exposed to something, I have a tendency to take it to the extreme. And this has been quite negative in the past with regards to substances or, like bad foods like chocolates and that sort of stuff. And it's also something that I'm now sort of constantly hyper vigilant for. I've now quit drinking and sugar for about 10 months. I haven't had any. And it's funny because my wife, she talks about me being sort of militant about it or crazy about it. And it's like, to be okay to just have a bite here or there or have some sugar or have a drink or two. And yeah, maybe that's true for most people, but for me, I just have this tendency that if I go down a path, I go way down that path. So the benefit to reward ratio for me isn't there. The benefit of having just one drink or just one chocolate doesn't weigh up the cost that it may have on me. Now, don't get me wrong, being able to quit that shows a level of self-control, obviously. But I don't like inviting temptation in where at all possible. It's quite hard. If there's nothing in the house, or if you've just got sort of a hard rule saying, I won't do this, it's easier to sustain in my book than it is to go, oh, I'll just have a little. And perhaps you can relate to this when you talk about something like a, box of chocolates or a packet of chips or, a drink or something like that, in that it's quite hard not to just finish the packet off. Back in the past, I would get myself a block of chocolate with all intents of saving it over time, but I would just gorge on the whole thing. So knowing that about myself, I know that I'm not going to put myself in the situation that will risk me sort of falling off the wagon, so to speak. On the plus side of things, having an addictive personality means that I'm able to get a lot more done and be a lot more consistent than I see other people, primarily because I become obsessed. I've started meditating every day in the morning for maybe the last 6 or so months, and the same's true for exercise, daily lifting or running in the morning and classes at night. Now, that consistency requires a level of dedication that, for me, borders on addiction. And addiction in the sense that I use those things as a form of medication. The meditation and exercise really do help stabilize my mental state. But I can certainly see how having an addictive personality in this sense helps me to instill and keep this discipline up. And I guess I apply the same approach to my writing and posting and all of the stuff that you see me doing online. I find that I don't really do much quote unquote relaxation time, in the sense that I don't sit and binge watch TV. I don't really play video games. I will read books and that sort of stuff as a relaxation. But once again, when I do, and the same thing is the problem with TV and the other stuff, is that when I do start, it's very hard for me to stop doing that. So if I start a book, I often sort of just binge on that book and do nothing else but read the whole thing until it's over, and then I go back to doing other stuff. So I guess having an addictive personality in this sense is like a double-edged sword. I now know my own weaknesses, and I know that I need to avoid the things that I need to avoid. And if I do that, I'll generally feel good, and my mental state will keep improving. However, I also am aware that I can use that addictive personality to instill positive habits and really just keep them going consistently. So let me know a couple of things. Comment below and tell me, are you struggling with an addiction or addictions yourself? And are you able to instill positive habits because of an obsession or because of an addictive personality? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what I'm doing here, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help. Thank you.